Assalamu alaikum. Well, Andrew Tate. Um, well, first and foremost, I must say this video I'm posting may not be seen by anybody, but I still, as a Muslim and as a convert to Islam some many years ago, I have an opinion about the Andrew Tate situation, and it's worth sharing. It's honestly worth sharing. Um, First and foremost, though, I do pray that there's guidance, there's protection and safety for all involved in the situation. Now knowing that Brother Andrew has been arrested, um, before his arrest, I was actually starting to think in a certain way about him, in a sense that being a Muslim has a lot of challenges when you first embrace Islam, especially with a person like his profile, with the things that he's said. And what we always have to remember is that when somebody does embrace Islam and as it has been put to us from some of our scholars, especially from in North America, is come as you are to Islam as it is. And that's one thing I would encourage anybody to do if they do embrace Islam. And that's the same for Brother Andrew. But then there comes a crossroads with his particular reach, his global reach. He's had a platform for many things that he's said over the years. He's become notoriety. His notoriety has exploded in several months. And he's also been, not prescient, but very logical in the fact that he knows that he's going to become a target and is a target for being shut down. So prior to his arrest, I was already formulating this opinion, and that is he needs to go away for a while. And not in the sense that I'm tired of hearing of him. I think there are things that he has said that, once you listen to him enough and once you unpack what he has to say, there's coherence to it. But as Marshall McLuhan, a wonderful, well-known, but now long dead communication scholar from Canada said, the medium's in the message. The medium is the message. So the thing is, what that comes down to in Andrew's case is that he very much, has a particular form of delivery. Fast, rapid, swears a little too much, and uses terms that are just not ideal. And the thing is, it's like, for being somebody who is, seeming to be educated well, has self-educated himself through, as in his journey. By no means is he a PhD or a master's kind of person, but at the end of the day, you can still get higher, decent levels of education and be worldly and knowledgeable, and then you formulate opinion. But neither here nor there. His delivery is a little rough at times, rough and tumble, and that hasn't done to serve him well. I mean, I'll be honest. As a person who's has a degree in communications, I would say that no, it hasn't served him well. That said, he is our brother in Islam, and we have to know that Allah ultimately sorts this out. And if there is justice to be served against people that have harmed him, Allah will take care of it. If there's justice to be served against people, for people that have been harmed by him, Allah will take care of it. And that's both in the afterlife and in the dunya. And what I wanted to say about him going away was, I'm not expecting him to go away and become a scholar. And if he wanted to go learn, he's got lots of opportunity to do so. His friend and our brother in Islam, Tam Khan, is a great conduit for him and a channel for him. And so I'd encourage brothers like Tam, and I'm sure that you're rallying around Brother Andrew now, while he's currently detained in Romania for the next 30 days or so. But I think this is an opportunity for Brother Andrew. It's an opportunity for us. I think he's got to take this chance to also step back and go learn the Deen some more. Because what I don't want to see him do is being platformed, because he just recently did a whole press junket in England. He was on Piers Morgan, he was on Pearl's YouTube channel, Pearly Things and all that kind of stuff, and he's sharing his opinion. And he's got a lot to learn about Islam, and by no means, he doesn't need to be a scholar of Islam. But with what he's saying and how much he says it and how global his reach is, I honestly encourage Brother Andrew and the people around him, especially the Muslims around him, to pull him back and get him a constant steady diet of learning the ins and outs of and the technicalities of Islam. Because honestly, he's a tenacious guy. And his tenacity with knowledge is a blessing. And I think it's time to leverage that for him. And to say, bro, you're really loving to know about things. You like to talk about things. It's time to now go learn that stuff properly from people. Sit at the feet of many different well-qualified scholars. Go on a tour. Go to Malaysia. Go to Indonesia. Go to utilize the people you have in UAE. Go to Jordan. Go to Egypt. Go to Morocco. Heck, even Zaytuna Institute in San Francisco. Enroll in something. Stay away from the limelight for a bit. Because he's got the money to afford it. He can stop working, whatever he's doing, and then just basically go learn. And then if he wants to come back, if he wanted to come back, he could come back. And he could come back, hopefully, able to dump some of the things that he's still saying, that is still problematic with Islam. But then also synthesize the things that he has learned and correlate that to the Islamic paradigm. I think that's a great opportunity for him. And I think that's where I was speaking about opportunity. And this is a big lesson and opportunity for him. That now that there are these forces against him, he calls it the Matrix. This is a great opportunity to just pump the brakes and go learn about Islam in a correct, methodical fashion. And then come back. And then he will be a truly, useful person in the realm of da'wah. Because as a symbol, he's there. But just as he is, he's still dangerous in that sense. It's not good to just go be a da'i right away once you've embraced Islam. I'll be dead honest. But if you have tenacity for knowledge, use that tenacity, get that knowledge, and then come back to the da'wah world. Don't be a convert pawn for da'wah. That's what the da'wah world likes to do sometimes, unwittingly, is that they like to take converts reverts and then put us on a pedestal and utilize us to leverage dawah even further. Now, that is a paradigm for dawah based off of quantity. The more we can get, and then let God sort out their hearts afterwards. Yeah, that's a paradigm. That's a way to do dawah. I honestly don't like it. The best way for dawah, especially to come from reverts, converts, people who've actually embraced the faith, is to go do some learning first, and then come back into that sphere, and then be of help. And there's different degrees of being of help. It can be just you're the dude setting up the table for the dawah station, if you're going to do it that way. Or you're going to be the guy talking, or the lady talking. So that's really what needs to happen with Brother Andrew. I think he just needs to take this opportunity, and that he is now being literally forced into a situation that is, again, is it of his own making, or is it of the making of other people? I don't know. Maybe a combination of both. That is really important. And it just, again, the second opportunity that I was mentioning is the opportunity for us to remind ourselves that we don't put our faith in people. Okay? So the people who really love Andrew Tate and love what he has to say, it's important that when we have people that we love or like deeply within our Muslim community, that we feel we can learn from, that we have affinity for, that we don't lean hard into that so we don't break our hearts. I've been challenged with that in the past, and it's helped me learn not to do that as well. So I just pray for the success of the Ummah. I pray for the protection and safety of all oppressed people. And again, I take this different sides. There's reports that what Brother Andrew has done is true, and those allegations are true. Then there's other brothers who know him, like Brother Tam Khan, who we have to take seriously and say, if he says that Andrew is not that kind of person, and that this is a big, problematic, big ploy, maybe it is. Wallahu alam. Romania being a Christian country, as Andrew Tate has put it, now that he's Muslim, maybe he's no longer welcome there. You know what I mean? Now that he's turned his back, so to speak, and committed what we would call cultural apostasy by becoming a Muslim, maybe you got to change. Maybe this is a part of that. And we have to remember, whatever even Andrew calls the matrix, and if that is forces of evil, forces of the shaitan, we have to remember everything is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything is from Allah. Allah is allowing this to happen. So that's the critical thing. We can't just think that this is ultimately unjust for Andrew and his brother, but we also have to be skeptical of why it's happening if there are nefarious angles to it. But take that and go, there's an opportunity here. Brother Andrew, again, to wrap it up, take a step back, learn about the deen, and go forward with your dawah, and be part of the dawah scene in a really, truly comprehensive way. And then do what you can to show those haters you're not who they frame you to be. Because frameworks around media are important. Don't deny it. Don't deny it. It's the truth. If you studied anything about communications, study Harold Innis, study Marshall McLuhan, and I mean, and all the stuff that has been a part of the cultural studies realm and industry too, like Michel Foucault and stuff, like all that postmodernist stuff. It's it's formidable. It's formidable. Anyway, if anybody listens to this, I hope it has done some good, and if it hasn't, my words, all my good words and deeds there are therefore from Allah, and anything I've said wrong is from myself and Shaitan. But I just wanted to share that. I hope that hasn't drawn on too long, but anyway, have a good New Year. Assalamu alaikum.